Hi, and thank you for joining in. I'm Tequila Palms, realtor located in California and Florida. I'm just here to offer my buyer's guide to purchasing a home. Please remember that this is just a high-level overview, so it is a different process depending on what state you're in, different contracts, as well as different types of homes, resale versus your new construction. So do keep that in mind as you are listening. Please like and subscribe if you find this helpful. I will be providing information in the future that will hopefully help you along the way. Thank you. Let's get to it. So the first thing you want to do is get yourself in gear. And what does that mean? That means that you have decided to stop renting. You're now going to be a homeowner. There are certain things that are associated with being a homeowner. So you need to know what those things are. Mentally prepare yourself for the process. It is lengthy. Be patient. Your lender will ask for an abundance of things. Just make sure you are supplying those things and know that that is coming. Know what your goals are, what type of home you want, what neighborhood you want to be in. If you are married, speak with your spouse regarding what specifications you are looking for, what are your deal breakers on a home. It makes for a much easier process for your realtor as well as your loan officer. Know what you want your mortgage payment to be, not necessarily how much you want to spend, but how much you want to spend monthly, and that will help your loan officer to determine what price range to keep you in. So we'll talk about the parties in a transaction. I am not going to read all of these slides, but it is here for you to review and come back to. These are all of the hands that are working together to get you from start to finish. So from the time you say you want to purchase a home until your closing date, there are going to be a lot of people in the process behind the scenes, all working for your benefit so that you can close and take ownership in your home. Your out-of-pocket cost during the transaction. So the first thing you're going to be required to do, unless your seller says that you don't have to, is put down in escrow or deposit on your home. Normally it's about 1% of the purchase price. You're going to have an inspection fee, which means you're paying an inspector to come out and view the home, and also an appraisal fee. All of those things are normally paid out of pocket. There are some lenders, that might roll into your loan cost. Certain loans, such as VA, you might not have to pay the appraisal fee. So do keep that in mind. Some realtors will also charge a retainer fee. That's separate. I don't do that, but some do. So know that there may be some other fees associated, but these are going to be your normal out-of-pocket fees. Your funds due day of closing. So pretty much everything you see in red here is going to be your closing cost bucket. And then the yellow is your down payment. So those are two different buckets that you need to account for when it is closing day. When you're doing the offer to a seller, you may ask them to pay closing costs. So that would help you with everything that's listed in red there. And there may be some additional ones that are not here. Your down payment is going to be something that your lender is going to tell you. They may say you need 3.5% down, 10% down. It just depends on your loan situation and what loan product you have. Next, we'll talk about your buyer responsibilities. What are you doing during this entire process? So first and foremost, you want to communicate effectively with your loan officer, communicate with your realtor. These people are working for you. They don't get paid until you close. So they are there to answer your questions and to help you along the way. Any documents your loan officer asks, please provide those in a timely fashion. There is a part in the contract where if you do not do these things in a timely fashion, your deal falls apart, your seller may be able to keep your escrow. So we want to make sure we are doing those things. Be accessible by phone, email, text, whatever you have told them is your preferred method of contact. Be accountable, and also ask questions when you don't understand. We do not expect you to know really anything about the process. So I always guide my buyers hand in hand. So it doesn't matter what it is, you just ask and we'll answer those questions for you. So the first thing you want to do is hire a professional, which means that you want to find someone to give you the money if you don't have cash, and you want to find someone to help you spend the money, which would be your realtor. You can purchase a home without a realtor, but we would ask you why. The seller would normally pay your buyer's agent. So essentially, you're getting free expert advice and help on a really large purchase. Your banks and loan officers are, your huge banks that you may already be a part of, and credit unions. They will have their own products and you can try to apply with them. A mortgage broker is someone who has access to many different lenders, many different loan products. So applying with them, they'll be able to search a lot of different avenues for you to get a mortgage. And this is me. So if you would like a licensed realtor in Florida, more the Tampa Bay area, also California, I'm located in your Riverside area. Please email me. Here are my phone numbers for contact. I do have 2 different phone numbers for 2 different states, just to keep it kind of simple. I am dual state licensed. Here's my license information if you would like to research that. Next, before touring any properties, you want to be pre-approved. Once you are pre-approved by your mortgage broker or lender, you want to connect them with your realtor and provide the pre-approval letter, because you will need that when you make offers on a property. Being pre-approved means that we now know how much you qualify for. It's not an estimate. They will tell you exactly how much you qualify for, how much you need to put down, what type of loan product you have, max purchase price, interest rates, really everything you need to know in order to begin your search for a home. This is all information they will let your realtor know, so that when your realtor's putting that information in the system, they can generate listings for you that are specific to your needs. So if you only qualify for, let's say, an FHA loan, then they won't look at homes that are conventional because you only qualify for FHA. So if the seller has already said, no, we don't want FHA, then they know to leave those homes out for you. You also want to use this time to discuss with your realtor exactly what your qualifications are, what you're looking for, best time to contact you, and so forth. Do's and don'ts. So once you're approved, there's things that you do and things that you don't do. You definitely do not want to quit your job. Anything that affects your finances, you want to talk with your loan officer regarding. If your car breaks down and you need a new car, talk to your loan officer. Ask them, how to go about that. They may end up telling you that you can go ahead and get a new car and it won't hurt you, or they will be able to provide you with numbers of a car payment to kind of stay in, so that you can continue to shop for a home. But the best thing to do is to communicate. Do not change your banks. Do not change your do not get any new debt. Do not apply for credit. You want to keep the same information unless your loan officer has provided you with a list of things to do. So that includes paying off anything, because sometimes when you pay things off on your credit report, your credit score will drop temporarily, and you do not want to do that. So make sure once you apply for a loan, don't change anything unless your loan officer has told you to do that. So now you want to make an offer. Once you have that pre-approval, you're going to go over these things with your realtor as far as once you find the home, what you want to put in your offer. Your realtor will provide you with a CMA, which is a comparative market analysis. This will help you to determine a good offer price. All the other details of the offer, you should be going over that with your realtor. They will help you fill out your offer and submit that over to the seller. Once it is accepted, you can provide those. They will provide that information to your lender so that they know the terms of the agreement. If it is countered by the seller and they come back and say, hey, we want more money, or we want a different closing date, then your realtor will help you make a counter offer to that one. And lastly, if it's denied, then you just go back to shopping. Make sure you're reading your contract for yourself. Your realtor is the one who's the professional and is keeping track of things for you, but it's always good to know that and document your own. Inspections. Get a home inspection. Um, Currently, we're in a market where people are waiving inspections. I don't want to actually say what market that is because I want this video to kind of remain. I don't want to have to keep changing it. So just know that it is important to get a home inspection. This is going to tell you what is wrong with the home, what could potentially go wrong with the home, how old the roof is, how old the AC is. These are things you need to know when purchasing a home. If something comes out of the inspection, you can talk with the seller to either fix it or not. That's a negotiation point. If this happens before your period is over, you may be able to get out of that, get your escrow back, and then go back to home shopping. There are some other inspections that you can get to kind of do a thorough inspection of the home, and these are just some, which would be the WDO as far as and the 4-point inspection, which some insurance carriers will require that. Next, after that period is completed, your lender will order your appraisal. So you do not reach out and order your appraiser. Your realtor does not order your appraiser. Your lender will order your appraiser, and it goes through kind of a lottery system where any appraiser that is picked will come out and do the home, and that just keeps the transaction honest. So it's not a lender who works with a specific appraiser to get the loan through. That appraiser should be able to provide a good opinion of value so that you know what the home is worth, and your loan will only be approved for that value. So if it's anything under, if the appraisal falls short, then you're going to have to negotiate again or bring more money to the closing table to cover the difference. If it comes in higher than your offer price, then that is immediate equity for you, which means that, you know, if you put in $200,000 on offer and it comes in at $210,000, then that's $10,000 in equity that your home would have at closing. Make sure you get insurance and warranties. You can search for these on your own. Your realtor can provide you with suggestions as well as your lender. So you want to cover your home in case of fire, flood, any natural disasters. And you also want to cover your appliances because it can be very expensive to fix appliances. If you are into a new construction, they do have their own warranty. So it's a little bit different process when it is a new construction versus a resale home. So just keep that in mind. Now we're at closing day. Closing day belongs to the buyer. So you will see on your closing statement, you will see certain prepaids and items that you will have to pay for starting that day. Also, this is when you're going to go and get your keys. You're going to sign a bunch of documents. So it is best to only go with who is necessary to sign. So, or if you're purchasing by yourself and you have a spouse, of course, that's fine to bring your spouse. But you don't want to bring, you know, mom, dad, sister, cousins, brothers, aunts, nieces, friends, just because it is a very important day. It's a financial day, and it can take a while to sign all of those documents. So you definitely don't want to do that. So just be patient. Know that there is a lot of signing, you know, and just be patient. Anything that asks you to bring to closing, please bring those items with you, whether it is a check to cover funds or a letter, anything, because if you do not bring it, they will deny your closing and push it back, and then all your numbers will have to be ran again for a different day. So you definitely want to make sure you are on top of everything when it comes to your closing. And at this point, you are now a homeowner. You've made one of the biggest purchases most Americans will make in their entire lifetime. So it is very important that you have the right people with you to carry you along the way. So again, I am Tequila Palms. I'm a realtor located in California and Florida. And of course, I'd be happy to assist you if you're selling a home or buying a home. But this is for all of my buyers out there who are struggling, trying to figure out what to do and how to start it. And just a quick guide. I didn't want to make it too long, so I hope that I did a good job of giving you a high-level overview of what the process entails. If you have any questions, my contact is listed here, and just give me a call. I hope that you enjoy your home buying process and it goes really well for you. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you also subscribe and like and share my channel, because I do plan on providing more helpful information to you guys along the way. My next goal is to break this entire slide into, or this presentation into slides, and kind of go into detail about those parts of the process, but I didn't want to do that here. So keep signing in, paying attention, and staying tuned. And again, this is Unscripted Real Estate, which is why I make mistakes, because I do not have a script. I am just going off the top of my head, giving you everything, or as much as I can think of to give you up front. So thank you for listening.